going on YouTube? Back with another video. I know it's been a little while, but I do plan on being more consistent from here on out. Sorry about that little time I took off. But anyway, back talking about my review of the 2025 F1 film starring Brad Pitt. I know I'm a little late to do a review. The movie came out last Friday, technically on Thursday. Uh, but I've seen the film twice now, and I really enjoyed this film. I didn't love it, but I really enjoyed it. I was hoping for if Top Gun Maverick is a 10 out of 10, this film is right below that, right? Like I gave it an 8.6 out of 10. It's really good. I don't call this film a great film, but again, a really good film. I did appreciate obviously because it had like F1 behind it. You know, Lewis Hamilton was the producer on it. All the actual teams were included. They filmed their real races, so obviously it was pretty realistic, which is really cool. So I do appreciate that. Another thing I appreciated, and this is only a mild spoiler if you haven't seen the film. It's not really a spoiler, but one thing I did appreciate was like Brad Pitt's character. You know, he wasn't necessarily like chasing championships or chasing glory and fame and breaking records. He was just racing for pure love of the sport, racing. Like that, I thought it was really cool. Like that's something you don't see every day in a film like this, right? In any kind of sports film, usually they want to win the championship or championship equivalent. You know, this was a guy who just loved being behind the wheel. And he like you see it throughout the film, and they kind of hinted at it in the trailer a bit, right? Like he goes around trying different kinds of racing. Like he doesn't stick to just one brand of racing. He just likes being behind the wheel. He wants to, win a race or do whatever it is he wants to do in that particular brand of racing, and then he moves on to the next type of racing that he wants to try. He says in the film, like, I have another dragon slave. Well, I've already slayed that dragon. So I thought that was a really cool premise. Brad Pitt was really good in the film. No surprise there. Damson Idris was really good in the film. I'm a big fan of his. I hope that I saw that the film did had a pretty good opening weekend globally and domestically. I believe it actually surpassed the expectations. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that, but I think I saw it actually surpassed the expectations. So hopefully, um, this could kind of be his breakout hit. If you watch Snowfall, the dude is phenomenal in that. The dude is a world class actor, in my opinion. So I was really happy to see that he was good in the film. Happy to see that the film is getting good reviews. It seems to be doing well at the box office. I think I saw something about there's a sequel already being greenlit. I don't know if it was a straight up sequel to this because I also saw the director mention that he wants to do a Days of Thunder F1 crossover film where Brad Pitt's Sonny Hayes characters from this film and then Tom Cruise's Cole Trickle. It's going to be a film on them too, which I would love to see that. I'm a Days of Thunder fan. I'm a NASCAR fan. I like F1, so I would love to see that. Javier Bardem was actually really funny in the movie. He has a couple scenes where he was really funny. The audiences, both I've seen the film twice now. Both audiences that I saw the film with seemed to really enjoy it. Everybody was laughing at the scenes that were, there was no scenes where like it wasn't supposed to be funny. People laugh. Like every joke for the most part hit with the audience I saw. People were actually like gasping at certain scenes, like they were like concerned when certain things happened in the film. So it was a really cool experience. I saw it in IMAX and I saw it in 40X. Uh, I liked it in both formats. The ending race scene is really good. I love the score of this film. Hans Zimmer killed it as usual. And it maybe it's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe it's just me. It kind of reminded me of the Dark Knight Rises score a little bit. Like I kind of got some. I was like, man, this kind of reminds me of that. Like it made me think of the Dark Knight Rises score, which is a compliment by the way, because I love the score of that film. But it kind of made me think about that. So let me know down in the comments if I'm the only one that got that feeling from it. The racing scenes were really good. Really like I heard Tyrone Magnus say he really couldn't tell what was CG and what wasn't. I agree 100% with that, which is one of the biggest compliments you can give a film like this is you couldn't tell what was what as far as that part goes. Um, I like the story of it. I mean, we've seen the story 1,000 times before, but still, it works for this kind of film. Very entertaining film. I've heard some people comment that the film is too long. It is a long film, but for the most part, you're having a good time. So for me, that wasn't really an issue because I was enjoying myself. So the length of it didn't really bother me too much. Um, Again, it's hard to spoil a film like this because you kind of know what you get you know what you're getting with the kind of film like with this kind of film, excuse me. But nonetheless, I enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. I'd recommend going to see it. It's definitely worth buying once it comes out. It'll probably be on Apple TV, so I'm not gonna buy it, but because I have Apple TV. But is it worth buying? Absolutely, it is. I enjoyed it. I recommend it people to go see it. I recommend you guys to go see it. All in all, like I really like this film. Uh, and as far as that Days of Thunder, Top Gun Maverick crossover, I hope we get that. I would be that's gonna be epic if we get that. Like I'm super stoked about the possibility of that. But even if we just get a straight F1 sequel, I'm cool with that too. I would definitely like to see, considering how the film ends, how they would go about that. Like, I don't want to give anything away, but if you've seen the film, you know what I mean. As far as like if they're gonna do a direct sequel to it, where that goes. Um, it was also beautifully shot. Like the cinematography was great. Also, it was cool just to kind of like go into the world of F1 for a little bit, right? Like this is the kind of film that you go to the movies for, and that was one thing I really appreciate about this film was, like it delivers the goods, and it's the kind of film, like I said, that, and I've seen some of the reviews say that, right? Like it's the kind of film you go to the theater for, and it is. It's the perfect summer blockbuster type film because, it's well made, it's fun, you get immersed in it. It's very easy to immerse yourself in a film like this. It's very easy to get lost in a film like this. And for me, I think that's probably why I probably didn't mind the length as much. It's because like I'm enjoying myself. And there's nothing beats that film of being in the theater when it gets dark. And the fact that I had a crowd that was reacting and to the jokes in the film, that they were getting emotional in certain parts of the film. Where it was applicable, of course. It made this experience even better. And then for me as a car fanatic, like there's a lot of racing in this one, like a lot of racing in it, and I love that. And like I said, I think for the most part it's realistic. I like some of the callbacks to some of the legends of the sport. I'm a huge Senna fan, so there's a couple callbacks to Senna in there. They mentioned a few other some well-known names as well. I really appreciated that. All in all, like I said, it was well acted, beautifully shot. I love the score, love the performances. No complaints really about this film. The only thing I would argue about this film is that it wasn't quite everything I was hoping it would be, but that's just because I had really high expectations, almost probably unrealistic expectations of what I was hoping this film would be. And that's on me, right? Sometimes you got, like they said, leave your expectations at the door. I definitely didn't do that. I went into it. Expecting to be as good or better than Top Gun Maverick. It's not, but it's still really, really good. Worth going to see. I'm actually thinking about going to see the third time. I don't know if I'm going to go on 40X again or if I'm going to go on IMAX again. I'm debating on which one I'll do. I wouldn't mind seeing it in both again, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick 40S. Some of the scenes were like, again, not a spoiler, but there are some crash scenes in the film, and with the new chairs, the way they're moving with the crash was like really awesome. So if you haven't seen this film in 40X, I do recommend it. It's not Top Gun Maverick level, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still worth seeing in 40X in my opinion, or at least IMAX. All in all, like I said, I give it an 8.6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, let me know some of your favorite F1 drivers, who you think is the GOAT F1 driver. In my opinion, it is Senna. But you could also argue Jim Clark. I think I've done a list of the top F1 drivers, but just want to throw that in there a little bit. I'm a huge fan of just racing in general. And also, let me guys know what you would think about a potential Days of Thunder F1 crossover film. I also hope that, again, I would be happy if we get a straight standalone sequel to either one of those films. I would like to do that and get the crossover. I just want to be greedy. I'm not gonna lie. So I hope we kind of get both of those things right. I hope we get the crossover and we get the standalone sequels to both of those films. I would really like that as a racing fan. And the fact the film seems to be doing good box office, and Joseph Kosinski, with what he did with Top Gun Maverick, what he done with this film, definitely has me excited for anything that he's going to do later on. So that's my review. Again, my apologies for taking some time off. I do plan on being more consistent now. I'm going to be more consistent now. So thank you guys for watching. Again, let me know down in the comments what you think, and y'all have a great day.